There is a question by Dr. Vipinji on man's search for meaning in life. In one of my talks, I had mentioned the book by Victor Frankl about man's search for meaning in life. It's a very beautiful book, small book of 100 pages. It's worth reading, where he speaks about his experience in Nazi concentration camp, where life and death matters. Life and death can happen anytime. He started looking for meaning in life, and he found people can find meaning in very small things also, or they can find meaning in death also. So the question Dr. Vipin is asking is, how do you find meaning in life? So life itself is impersonal. What is the meaning of sun? What is the meaning of moon? What is the meaning of plants? What is the meaning of trees? It's a beautiful existence. We cannot find meaning for what is there, out there. We can find meaning for our life, impersonal happening of life, the universe, which is constantly changing. We personalize and say, this is my life. For my life, I can find a meaning. People try to find different types of meaning for life. Somebody finds meaning in earning money, more money, more money. Somebody finds meaning in painting, dancing, music. So what is really meaning? The meaning is something which gives you joy, something which gives you happiness. It can be different thing for different people. Some people find joy in giving. Some people find joy in hoarding. So really, what is the real meaning of life? Meaning of life is what we assign to life. For example, is there a meaning for a piece of paper, white paper? There's no meaning. But my child comes and says, see, I have done a beautiful sunrise picture painting on that. So this child has given a meaning to the white piece of paper by drawing sunrise. And she is so joyful. So the paper has become meaningful now with the painting. So life is like that. Life is like a blank canvas. Can I give some meaning to that and find joy? So this is the question. This is the question of spiritual journey. There is a lady in Karnataka whose name is Salumarda Timmakka, who was given state award. She didn't have children. She thought trees are her children. She planted thousands of trees in Karnataka. The trees grew. She watered the trees, thinking that they are children. And these trees became very useful for the society. So she found a meaning in growing trees. So, can we find meaning in our life? So, Salumarada Timmakka found happiness in planting trees. There is a saint in Andhra Pradesh. His name is Ramdas. He was jailed and tortured, imprisoned, and he was made to suffer. In that suffering, he found a joy in composing bhajans of Sri Rama. So you can find meaning in any aspect of life. Ultimately, you give meaning to life. Life itself has no meaning. So in general, we have to understand what is the flow of life. Life flows in a direction of seeking happiness. All of us want to seek happiness and avoid suffering. All living beings, animals, and human beings want to find happiness. So, what gives you happiness? You call it meaningful. A mother may find happiness in giving, taking care of child. In fact, a mother may find happiness in even sacrificing her life for the child. So that's her meaning. That's the meaning which she gives to life. Life itself has no meaning in that way, but when we give some meaning, we feel joyful. So that is the joy which we seek in life. So that I can summarize in two ways. We can give joy and happiness to others in whatever way we can give. Life is meaningful when we are able to find joy. And one secret of joy, the joy and happiness is in giving, in growing. When you give and grow, this is joy. So this giving and growing is called yajna or selfless service. In this process, there is happiness. So that happiness I call as jagaditaya, selfless service. There's also happiness in finding out who really I am, how I am connected to God. I am one with God. So this comes from the process of self-enquiry, finding out my true nature. So this I call as Atmanu Mokshatam. For self-realization, whatever effort we do, this is joy. Inquire who am I? For that, we have to do Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Shravana means listening to scriptures, Manana contemplation, Nididhyasa meditation. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa gives us joy because there's the discovery of joy within. So this source of fountain of joy, happiness within us, it is called Ananda, the eternal fountain of joy within us. That's called Atma or Brahman, realizing one with the oneness with God. Jiva Ishwara Ekatva, Jivatma Paramatma Ekatva is the eternal source of joy within. So discovering the joy within is called self-enquiry or Atmano Mokshatma. So that is any pursuit in that direction is meaningful because we are trying to discover real joy within us. Then sharing the joy with others is meaningful because the joy is something when you share with others it will multiply. So it's called Loka Kalyana. Atmana Mokshatam Jagaditaya is really finding purposeful and meaning in life. Now, how do I find meaning for my life? First, work on yourself. Try to find out who you are. So that's where you discover real source of happiness. That's the meaning. This pursuit is called meaningful. Then, second, you try to work towards others, work towards service. Whatever little you can give, which brings you happiness, do it. Bring joy in the society. That's called selfless service. I give an example. Suppose you are put in jail for 99 years and you are not given any reward. You are given a work of your choice, facility for the work, but you are not given appreciation. Then what will you do? No rewards are there. So then you will find something which is meaningful to you, which will give you joy for working rest of your life. So that's what Saint Ramadas found. He was put in jail he's where he does not know when he will get out. So he found a joy in singing, composing bhajans of Sri Ramachandra. Find a job, find a work for you. You have to ask yourself a question. Suppose I have to do something in my life which gives me joy for next 99 years, next 90 years of my life. What will I do? Take up that. Maybe it's teaching children, maybe it's painting, maybe it's drawing. Try to bring some joy and happiness to the world, to your selfless service. At the same time, pursue your aim of self-realization, Atmano Mokshartham, Jagaditaya. So that is the man's search for pursuit in life, happiness.